The recent viral video of a shooting in downtown Philadelphia in broad daylight is hard evidence that you cannot even know what conclusions to come to, even when you see the video. The plot twist to this is sort of twisty. Viva Fry, former Montreal litigator turned current Florida rumbler, in my home office with a follow-up of a story, a video of which went viral a little over a week ago now. It was a video of a woman seemingly getting shot by a man in the streets of Philadelphia in broad daylight. The video went viral on the interwebs, on Twitter. I'm not going to show the entire thing, but if you need to see a clip of it, here's a portion of the video which proves the theory that you cannot even hastily come to conclusions, even when you've seen the video footage with your own eyes.
Video appears to show 3 people involved. It looks as if one woman is trying to get a man off of another woman. Moments later in that same video, it shows the man point a gun at the woman on the ground.
The video footage goes viral, and it is nonetheless evidence for the rampant criminality in the streets of Philadelphia, even given the twist at the end of this story. The video goes viral, people using it as evidence of the rampant crime in Philadelphia, and then as news starts to trickle out, people start saying, whoa, there might be a little more to this story than meets the eye. Other angles, other perspectives of the same incident begin to come out, and people say, whoa, it wasn't the guy that pulled a gun and shot the woman pulled the gun herself. And lo and behold, it seems that the woman involved in the altercation pulled out the gun when she was in an argument with her friend, and somebody on the street, a homeless person, tried to intervene in that fight. She pulled out the gun. He ended up taking it from her and using it on her, and the charges that were initially laid against this individual have already been reduced barely a week later. From 6 ABC, fatal shooting, charges downgraded in fatal Center City, Philadelphia shooting due to video evidence, by Annie McCormick, Wednesday, September 10, 2025. This story is already a week old, but the last week has turned into one big long day of news, overshadowed by the assassination of Charlie Kirk. But this is the update in that story that people might not be aware of after having reacted to the initial viral video on Twitter. Philadelphia WPVI newly released video footage has led prosecutors in Philadelphia to downgrade a murder charge to voluntary manslaughter in the fatal shooting of 33-year-old Lauren Jardine in Center City. The incident occurred just before 6 p.m. Friday at the busy intersection of 12th and Chestnut Streets. Surveillance and cell phone video show a confrontation between Jardine and the suspect, identified by police as 45-year-old John Kelly, escalating quickly. Jardine is seen pulling a gun, followed by Kelly appearing to brandish a screwdriver. The two struggle before Kelly gained control of the firearm. Police said Kelly then shot Jardine multiple times. Additional footage captured from a nearby building also shows part of the altercation. Kelly was arrested and charged in connection with the shooting. Witnesses described the scene as chaotic. Quote, somebody got killed because they intervened in a fight, end quote, said Jackie Smith, a Center City resident. Now, I'll play you a bit of some footage from the report, and this is not to say that the man who shot the woman after acquiring the firearm that she pulled should go off scot-free. This is just obviously terrible, and how these situations unfold when someone pulls a gun. My goodness, things escalate quickly, but the initial videos, everyone thought one thing, and then people started trickling in with a little bit more information that no, she was in fact the one who pulled the firearm in the first place. And then the question is, would this even have escalated anywhere had the woman not had a firearm to pull in the first place? And then once you pull a firearm, is the other individual entitled to take that firearm from you and use it on you? People are going to say, once you pull a firearm, nobody knows what can happen next, and the individual who manages to take control of the firearm is entitled to use it in their own self-defense. Whether or not that entitles him to shoot the woman who is then unarmed multiple times, we will see. But at the very least, they've downgraded the charges from murder to voluntary manslaughter, which is a much different charge with a much different potential time behind bars. From the Pennsylvania statutes, section 2502, murder. Murder of the first degree. A criminal homicide constitutes murder of the first degree when it is committed by an intentional killing. B, murder of the second degree. A criminal homicide constitutes murder of the second degree when it is committed while defendant was engaged as a principal or an accomplice in the perpetration of a felony. C, murder of the third degree. All other kinds of murder shall be murder of the third degree. Murder of the third degree is a felony of the first degree. The main difference between between murder and voluntary manslaughter is obviously the degree of intent and the maximum penalty. In Pennsylvania, murder can land you in jail for life, while voluntary manslaughter can land you in jail for up to 20 years.
We are learning much more tonight about a deadly encounter that played out on a Center City sidewalk late last week. Newly obtained surveillance video shows the moment it all unfolded last Friday evening at the corner of 12th and Chestnut. As the video shows, it began with a verbal argument and quickly escalated. The woman killed shot with a gun that she pulled out and aimed at the man, who then grabbed it from her and fired it at her. Tonight, the DA is downgrading charges that were just filed against the shooter. Action News reporter Annie McCormick live in Center City tonight with all the latest. Annie.
New video shows the final moments of 33-year-old Lauren Jardine. Watch as a disagreement between Jardine and the suspect escalates. Jardine pulls a gun. Then it appears the suspect pulled a screwdriver. The two tussle. Then the suspect wrestles Jardine's gun away. We stopped the video before the shooting. Police say he shot her multiple times. Some nearby residents tell Action News the suspect has been known to cause problems at this intersection. This man described the suspect's behavior on the day of the crime.
When I was walking to the gym, he was screaming down the street.
Well, this is the news that was recently broken based on the different angles which led to the reduction in the charges against the accused. Now, the ultimate twist in this story is that the individual who grabbed the gun and then used it against the woman who pulled it apparently tried to intervene in an argument that the woman was having with her friend. The individual is a homeless person who, according to some on the streets, is known to have caused disturbances, as if that could possibly explain pulling out a gun because he approached you in an attempt to break up an argument that you're having with your friend. And no, that is not an anti-Second Amendment position right now whatsoever. I am a staunch supporter of the Second Amendment, having lived through what went down in Canada and appreciating the value and the inherent wisdom of the Second Amendment, but just something that tells me if this woman didn't have a gun on her to hastily pull out for reasons that might not have been entirely necessary, this probably in all likelihood would not have escalated anywhere, and right now 3 lives would be intact. 3 lives being the deceased, her friend who witnessed this, and the man who might now go to jail for 20 years because he got that gun from the woman who pulled it on him and used it on her. And I can hear the arguments on both sides. Those who are going to say this man deserves to rot in jail the second he got that firearm from the woman, she no longer posed a threat to him. I can hear the people saying, once you pull a gun on someone, Lord knows what else you have in your purse that you were prepared to pull and use for lethal force. It is just terrible. But the bottom line, that the video evidence that we initially saw that led people to jump to certain conclusions is now contradicted, and the charges have in fact been reduced. Back to the article. Some residents told Action News that Kelly had been known to cause disturbances at the intersection, including on the day of the shooting. Quote, when I was walking to the gym, he was screaming down the street, end quote, said Timo Dubinen Moore. Police believe Jardine may have initially tried to break up an argument between Kelly and a woman believed to be his girlfriend. That woman is also seen in the video. And just to correct myself, if I think I said that the woman was the friend of the deceased, it seems that it was the girlfriend of the individual who eventually got the gun from her. Bottom line, there is value in de-escalating every situation, because righteous killing or not, justified or not, lives would be different right now if people de-escalated and just walked away instead of trying to prove points. And instead, just choose to walk away instead of pulling out a gun because you happen to know you have a gun in your purse in the context of an argument on the street. Just walk away. It's not that hard. Walk away, live another day. And by the way, if you're still watching this now, be sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications so you get notified when I put out a video, because we all know the expression YouTube is asshole and is not promoting my channel. It's not even sharing my channel with people who are subscribers to my channel. Go look, I dare you, go look right now and see if you are still subscribed, if you have been subscribed before, because I guarantee you, I get messages all the time. Viva, I've been unsubscribed. I don't know how it happened. The solution to that, Rumble. The solution to that also, vivabarneslaw.locals.com. Most importantly, exercise, eat healthy, sunlight, talk to people in real life, and now you know you vlog. Peace out, peeps. Booyah!